out called
Swamp Rock Blues.
Swamp Rock Blues.
Yeah.
And when people want to contact you, they can contact you via your
website, which is donteschner.com.
That's easy enough to remember.
It's really easy, yeah.
And I remember at one point I was talking to you because you also play the violin, you play the steel guitar, you play the mandolin. Yeah. And something that you'd said the violin is one of your favorite instruments to play, or the fiddle.
Yeah, it is. It's I think it's the most passionate and it's the most directly connected to my heart, I think, or to the player's heart, because there's less in between your fingers and the instrument itself. It's more tactile than a lot of instruments. I think a good example is the saxophone, because you breathe through it, can be very soulful as an instrument. So I think the violin is similar in a sense that it's just you're very connected to it when you play it.
And how about the mandolin? How's the mandolin to play for you? I mean, not a lot. You don't really hear a lot of mandolins.
No, you don't. It's usually kind of a color instrument on the back. It's very seldom a lead instrument. I think there's only really two examples I could think of people who had mandolin as the main instrument of a song, and that would be R.E.M. with Losing My Religion, and then Rod Stewart with Maggie May. Yeah. Even Mandolin Wind only had a little tiny bit of mandolin in it. It was Maggie May that had all the mandolin in it.
Oh.
The big mandolin solo and all that.
And you've played the mandolin solo from...
yes, I did play that mandolin solo, on the Unplugged.
On the Unplugged version of Maggie May.
On a few,
With Rod Stewart.
Yes, with Rod Stewart. Yeah.
And also, what would you say, where do you want to go with your music right now? Because now you've come to the forefront. You've always been playing for other bands. Yeah. Now it's your turn.
I want to go all over the world. I want to tour. I want to play live shows as much as possible. And I want to just travel and play. I can't think of a better way to live.
Yeah, and really. you have lived that way.
Yeah, I have, and it was a few years back. In the meantime, I took some time off after touring, because it's really hard to do.
Yeah.
Touring is very tough, and I kind of got burnt out on it, doing other people's music all the time, and I had all these songs in me, so I took some time off. I got some work in the film business, so I worked in film for a long time, still do from time to time, and just writing and recording songs, and more writing than recording. Just recently got back into recording, so.
Yeah. And your music, it's kind of rock, it's blues, it's a little bit of everything intertwined. Yeah. How would you describe your music?
I think the title of the record pretty much says it all, Swamp Rock Blues. It's I came to the title by trying to describe the music itself, so.
So what did you... I suppose when I think of Swamp Rock Blues, I'm thinking Louisiana, I'm thinking Florida.
There's a lot of, not much Florida influence in there.
No, it's all Louisiana.
It's kind of Delta, yeah. Yeah, it's very New Orleans style kind of music, though I've spent a lot of time there, and I've seen a lot of music there, so I think that's part of what's influenced me.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of music I like to listen to.
How long have you been playing for?
I was 18 when I started the violin, 19 when I started the mandolin, and 20 when I started playing the guitar. So I started kind of late.
That is considered late, isn't it? What made you decide, hey, I want to play an instrument?
All my friends were musicians, and I was the sound guy, and I was always watching these guys playing, thinking, they're getting all the girls.
That's always, you know, all the bands I have in on the show, and I say, well, what made you want to be a musician? Say, well, the guys who were musicians, they got all the girls.
Yeah. That and the ego thing, where if you're standing at a show, where is everybody looking? It's, on the stage, so that's where I wanted to be. I want to be the center of attention. Although I can be shy and all that.
No, you're not really. I've never noticed you to be really out there. You're always kind of in the background and just watching and that's not you. I can't, you're not just out there. But when you're on stage, you certainly shine, I think, and a lot of other people around town think also.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
So, but radio play. More radio play. People need to play you on the radio more.
Yeah. I'm getting a bunch, mostly internet radio stations right now. Should be on some FM stations very soon, if not already.
Yeah.
They don't usually tell you all that much about it when you're playing.
No, they don't. Yeah.
People call you and say, "Oh yeah, I heard you on the radio." It's
yeah.
Like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a thrill though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And the clubs also, any clubs that are around, get in contact with Don, have him play at your clubs, because I tell you, his live gigs are just fantastic. So especially Promenade. Down the Promenade, the Blues Cafe. Hey,
like
get him
place.
in there, you guys. Watch the show. He's going to be playing for about 20 minutes now, and you need to get him live, because he's absolutely brilliant live. You think he's good here? See him live.
Thanks.
So we're a minute or two.
Stuck inside this whole way of life. I put away the gun, but I sharpened up the knife. It's been a long, slow fall from the top. I've been standing on the brakes, but I just can't stop. And I no place to go. No place to go. Place, walked out of my home, lost outside my neighborhood, and I've no place to go, no place to go. On, guided by the light. Damned if I do, damned if I don't, but I won't give up the fight. And I have no place to go, no place to go. This is called Trouble, and it's about not being able to pay the rent. was I to know? It was hard for me to tell, but I've got nothing left to show. I got trouble knocking on my door. And I'll find myself sneaking out the back, never to go back no more. Of my past will never fade away. It'll follow me until I meet them face to face. I got trouble knocking on my door, and then I'll find myself sneaking out the back, never to go back no more.